Hello everyone. I'm putting this up here just to show YouTube that I am operating within the guidelines of fair use, which allows to use segments of material I do not own the rights for in order to criticize and express an opinion. Just as any democratic, free speech supporting platform would do. I'm not going to make any money out of this, and everything I upload here will be for the sole purpose of reviewing, critique, and expressing opinions about what's going on and what went on the. So, hi everyone, welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about something that Andres said on the video from the 25th of April 2022. She only said one sentence about this, and I thought it was a refreshing change to hear her encouraging her son to become something more, to aspire to something more. I thought it was a great thing to hear. And what she was saying was that he could become an engineer if he wants to. Now, I am. What I do on this channel is not out of spite or cruelty or meanness or trying to be criticizing. It's only because I really care, and I think most people here who watch this really care about this child and wants him to have a good life. And Andrea, you would profit from that as well. Having your son is someone who will support you in your life if you just let him do the right things. So I think everyone would benefit from that. But what it reminded me was of a scene that was shown many years ago when Raphael was still a very small toddler. Um, Andrea had this idea as well. She said something about it, and it seemed like she actually thought it through. But we're dealing here with something much more complicated. I would like you to listen to what the father has to say when she talks about this.
My biggest asset, you know?
Want milk?
Yes, you have to grow up and go to college and get you a job.
What college?
Okay, Andrea says, you're my biggest asset. You have to grow up and go to college and get a job. Now, but it is important I think, for mothers to have ambitions for their kids. This is my opinion. And then Hadar says, what college? There is a continuation to this conversation, and I would like you to listen to it. But we can see that the approach by the father is an immediate form of ridicule to the mere idea of his son going to college and becoming something and making something of his life.
College. He's gonna be practical. He's gonna have a practical job. He can go to college if he wants to expand his knowledge.
Why? Why should he have a practical job, Hadar? Because you have a practical job? Because you never went to college? Because you never were part of the academy? Because you were 15 sitting at home, not going to school, high school dropout. And at least from the people I know, people who dropped out of school and never got the chance or never chose to continue their learning, the vast majority, no, not the vast majority, every single person I've heard of and I've met who had that situation always wanted their children to do better. They had aspirations for them to do better, to have the chance to go and develop themselves. Especially as an Israeli. I don't know if you know this, but Israelis are very into higher education. So it's like it's a normal path in almost every person's life. You go to the army, you finish, you go traveling, you start your studies. It's highly irregular, really, to see people who never attended any kind of university or college. You don't find that a lot. But it seems like Hadar had already decided by the time his child is 2 years old that he does not have a future, an academical future, and I find that very I'm going to be gentle, sad.
Jobs go to engineers now anyway.
Yeah, he needs to grow up
computer
and get into
science.
high tech.
Yeah,
Because high tech makes the most money. He can work on his own and.
my butt.
I cannot fathom a father saying that when, oh my god, I forgot about this part completely. So Andres says he's going to go into high tech, and his father says, my butt. Now, let me tell you something about this word, my butt. This is a direct translation from Hebrew, and when somebody who speaks Hebrew says that, he means never gonna happen. My ass, never gonna happen. So this is not only being extremely unpleasant in your reaction, it's actually dismissing the whole idea as a joke. If it is actually preposterous to even think of that. And to me, this sounds not only like just disapproval with the idea, but actual refusal to even think of that. And this is how you see your son. So what I'm trying to show here, there is an intent to deprive Raphael from the right of using his abilities in an academical way. Because, and this is an assumption, only an assumption by me, this father does not want his child to exceed him in any way. And that is, to me, again, only to me, quite unnatural when I think about it. I mean, most parents that I know always want their children to have a better life.